As a behaviorist, I get many calls from people asking for help to integrate dogs and cats into the same household. It seems though lately I'm getting more of these calls. More and more people are trying to bring cats and dogs together into one household. It seems to be that many single people have got their own animals and suddenly now have decided to live together with boyfriend, girlfriend, and now we're trying to bring the cats and dogs together. I've also had people who've rescued a cat or a kitten. They've seen it on Facebook or on social media and decided to rescue this cat or kitten. And now they have dogs. They want to bring it into the same household and hope that they will all coexist. Many times you can get cats and dogs to coexist, but in many other cases it takes a long time to get them together, and there might be even the case where you never get dogs and cats to coexist in the same household. You might have to keep them separate. A case in point is when you have terrier type dogs and you then bring in cats. And if these dogs have never seen cats before, never grown up with cats, there's every likelihood that their terrier genetics are going to kick in and they're going to chase the cat. And if any cat starts running, those terrier breeds will chase, probably pounce and even kill the cat. But it's not only terrier breeds. All dogs have a prey instinct, P-R-E-Y. Something runs, they will chase, grab, and in some cases they might kill, in other cases they might just pounce and sort of play around with it. But all dogs can chase cats, whether they're little dogs or big dogs. It's just that the terrier breeds are more likely to go in, chase and kill. You've got the other dogs, the ones like the Afghans and the dogs that run and hunt. They can also go into prey drive, chase a cat and injure or even kill it. So the first thing you've got to look at is what is the breed of the dog that you're dealing with. And the second thing is how those dogs have been brought up with cats. And also on this other side, have the cats met dogs before? Do they know dogs? If they haven't, there's every likelihood that they're going to see the dogs and run. And thus the dogs will then chase and it becomes a vicious circle. So introducing cats and dogs is not an easy thing. And in fact, it takes a long time and patience. And as I said, you might never achieve the result of having dogs and cats living in the same household together in the environment. So let's look at what we got to do. You're bringing in a cat into an existing household of dogs. So the first thing you have to do is get the cats used to that household. So you put them in a separate area, far away from the dogs, so that they can learn that this house is the new environment. Then what I would do is keep the dogs outside and start introducing the cats into the whole house so they can just walk around and get used to that. The dogs are out for say an hour or 2 hours while the cats have the run of being able to go around and walk around the house. Ensure that the windows are shut, that the cat can't get outside. The next thing you do once the cats are okay with that is you're going to try to introduce the dogs to the cat. You never introduce dogs, plural, to the cats. You need to do it one dog at a time. It has to be under control. I personally like to put a muzzle on the dog and have the dog on the lead, so that if the dog lunges or does get near enough to the cat, nothing is going to happen. It's not going to hurt the cat. So, of course, you've got to get the dog used to wearing a muzzle. And I did do a video on that. So let's assume that the dog is used to wearing a muzzle. You then get an enclosed room. cats can't get out, can't run away. You get a nice room, the cat is in there, you bring the dog in on a muzzle, on a lead. You come in and you very quietly see what that dog's reaction to the cat. Obviously, if the dog is lunging at the cat, it's on a lead, it can't get near the cat. If you've got a nice basket muzzle, when the dog is calm, you can give it a treat in the muzzle. So the dog learns, I'm calm, I'm being rewarded. I'm calm, I'm being rewarded. All the time, you're trying to make the experience nice. If possible, if there's nice food around that the cat can be eating the food, hopefully, but of course cats know that the dog's there. So it's going to be a bit difficult for the cat, but you've also got to try and maybe have a really nice liver or something for the cat, so the cat learns I get a nice reward when the dog is around. So you're rewarding both cat and dog, but the dog is under control and on a muzzle. And you keep doing it, bringing one dog in, bringing the second dog in. You never bring the two in together until you know that they're not going to rush together and attack the cat. And you do this. Another good thing is if the cat or the cats are okay being sort of near the dogs, you can feed the cats on a countertop and have the dogs eating down below. So that there's a little bit of, it's okay, we're eating, we're in a good space. You can have the cats eating on one side of the door, the dogs eating on another side of the door. You're trying to make them smell each other and realize that it's good to be in each other's company. Once you're happy with them being individually, the dogs coming individually, you can then start by perhaps watching TV together where you have the two dogs on a lead, on muzzles, next to you, calmly. Cats perhaps can be on your lap, sleeping, being stroked. Again, it's all a question of being calm and praising the dogs when they're calm around the cats. And you do this over and over again until everybody is happy and calm. Then you can take off the muzzles, but still have the dog on a lead, so that the cats are around, dogs are around, no muzzle on, and if they do lunge, they're on a lead, you can stop them. If everything is really nice and calm, then you can get to the stage where you would take the leads off. But I always say, you never leave cats and dogs alone together unless you know 100% that those dogs are not going to attack the cat. And the sad reality is you just need a cat to run, boom, in goes the genetics, dog runs, attacks the cat. So when you're going out, nobody's home, the best thing would be to separate the cat and dog, have an area or put the cat away that the cat has a safe space to be when the dogs are around, and you're not there to say, hey, leave, or don't do that. At least you know that the cats will be safe. It takes time, it takes effort, I'm going to tell you that. And right when you go back and you're doing the muzzle work and the lead work and all that, if you find that you keep doing this and the dogs do not stop lunging, trying to get at the cat, then you probably know it's not going to work. And then you might have to make the decision of, we keep them separate. It's not going to work. And a good way to keep cats separate from dogs is to build like an aviary on the outside of your house. It's a cage onto your house. Cats can have their safe area, come in and out of the house where the dogs can't get at them. But you know at least they can get out and have a great fun in their little garden area, and the dogs can't hurt them. I'm a very big fan of aviaries for cats. It means that they can't walk down the street or get hurt. They've got their own little safe space in the house. I do get people who say, oh, I put the cats on one side and the dogs on the other. But you know, cats are cats and they walk around, or they might just get on the wrong side of the house. So you've got to be very careful too, because if the cats go there, they run, dog chasers, it's a sad situation. So, going back to the beginning, you might get the cats and dogs together, you might not. And if you don't get the cats and dogs together, make a plan where the safety of the cats is paramount. You don't want to come back and find a dead cat.